Well, congratulations to Fullerton. You know, they certainly earned it. They played very well, pitched very well, and you know, they deserve a lot of credit for what they came into our park and accomplished. As far as our team, hey, I mean, this one, they're going to be able to chew on this one for a little bit. This one's going to be a little tough. There's no doubt about it. We had our opportunities, but if you got to put things in perspective, which at some point we all will, it was a fantastic year for what these guys accomplished, because it does take steps in order to keep building your program, you know. And we talked about being able to host the regional. We were able to accomplish that this year. We won a regional. That was a big step. We got to this point, you know. So, yeah, I mean, hey, we're all disappointed, but at the same time, you know, you've got to be able to separate and be able to look at, you know, what these guys accomplished through the body of work, and not just let this kind of simmer and set and, you know, be the overwhelming emotion right now, which, you know, we'll probably go into be, but great year by our guys, and a great year by a lot of people, you know, the fans, the staff, the players, the trainers, the administration. Really positive year.
All right, we'll open it up for questions. Robert.
Jarren, what was so tough about Colton Eastman today?
He used to always pitch for strikes, you know, got us chasing early, just kept us on our toes, on our heels.
Shotgun.
Buck, yesterday you weren't sure if you were going to throw Sheaks or Ratcliffe. Why did you decide to go with John, and what did you think of him today?
I thought he was great. I mean, I thought he gave us a really good chance to win. You know, he's had his challenges the last 7 weeks, and I thought after the first inning of San Diego State and doing what he did today, and the reason we went to him is because he's been starting all year for us, you know. And if for some reason things didn't go very well, we had a backup plan in Ratcliffe versus starting Ratcliffe, who hasn't been in this situation except for Texas, and then be able to go to Sheaks, which he hasn't come out of the pen all year, so then you're kind of switching things around. So, I mean, hey, John had a really good first year. He learned a lot, and he certainly can tell you that. I don't need to speak for him, but from my vantage point, but he gave us a chance to win. That wasn't the issue today.
John, talk about, you know, what it meant for you to start today, and how you felt out there. How you feel now?
It was a big deal for me to get the start. My team, we got blown out yesterday. I knew I needed to go out there and give them the best opportunity to win. I felt great. I was able to throw the ball down. The crowd was electric, which gave me a lot of adrenaline and helped me get into it. But yeah, it was big for me to go out there and get the start and give us the best chance to win.
Joe.
For Jarren, how difficult was it, you know, with leaving guys in base, especially in scoring position, in the ninth inning?
I mean, it's going to hurt, obviously, but, you know, it happens. It's baseball. You're not going to score every runner that gets on. You're not going to do every job. It's just baseball.
Jacob.
Buck, do you think this is just a product of, you know, being cold at the wrong time, or do you think that it was a mental thing or an approach thing?
I think probably a combination of all that kind of stuff, to be honest with you, Jeff. I mean, we have had the propensity to strike out too much. We have shown, if you watch, I mean, which you guys aren't going to watch every single game, but we don't command the strike zone consistently. So there's a trade-off of being aggressive and getting your swing off, but then letting the pitch go and getting to another count and passing the baton. And that's what I don't think we did today. I think we chased on pitches, both on fastballs up, both off Conine and off of Eastman, and we took a lot of strikes on the outer half of the plate that at least could have been touched to put in play. So the strikeouts have been a problem for us. It's just it's the strikeouts that we had when runners were in scoring position, and now that you don't make them play catch. And their defense was fantastic. I mean, their outfield, boy. I mean, it looked like there were 6 guys out there at times. I mean, they really can cover some ground. So you got to give a little credit to. Well, I mean, I give credit to Fullerton. I'm not taking anything away from them. but I also think it's a byproduct of, where we were at and the things that we didn't do.
Did that factor in at all, having Stotler not bunt there in the second, or maybe Rass bunting there, or going up to bunt?
You mean in the ninth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rasmussen is one of our better bunters. As funny as that may seem, with the big, body and all that, but and he didn't pick good pitches to bunt, and he didn't get it done. And then he took a slash on a high fastball, and he couldn't shorten up and get over the top of it, so he pops it up, and then it puts us in a little bit more precarious situation. I mean, hey, we didn't lose the game necessarily because of that, but if you got a runner at second base and nobody out at Long Beach State, you got to score that run. There's no question. You got to score that run.
Shotgun.
Buck, what impact did Jarren have during the postseason for you guys, and what do you see for his future?
I think he was fantastic. I mean, we all kind of witnessed this. It was kind of a trending on Twitter coming out party for JD, especially at home. I mean, we've been able to see him. I've seen him for 2 years now. Competitive, aggressive, gotten way better on the defensive side of the ball over the course of his time. It's learning to get the bat on plane so he can handle things. He knows he's going to have to cut down on his strikeouts, and he's going to have to take some walks. But he can beat you in a lot of different ways. So he's got a bright future. He's going to go play in a quality summer ball in the Cape, and he's going to grow, and he's going to be a big part of us coming back next year and putting together hopefully another quality year.
Janice.
Jarren, what's going through your head when you're watching them celebrate?
No, I can't say that.
Mark.
Troy, I know you've coached a million games and seen a lot of things. When's the last time you remember a game like this that was so full of tension and drama, really on every pitch?
Yeah, Mark. I mean, with what was at stake as far as getting to Omaha, I haven't been a part of that. We played Fullerton for Big West Conference titles and things like that, but on that type of stage and that type of environment, no. I mean, it was really cool, man. I mean, this is what you're playing for. It's like I told the guys this morning. I said to them, it's real simple. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose today. Either we're gonna be good enough or we're not. And that's really all it comes down to, And today, we didn't do the little things in order to give us a chance to win, which made us not good enough, and they were good enough today. But as far as what was at stake and the pins and the needles and all that stuff is awesome. I mean, really, really, really cool. So nothing that I have seen as a coach in this environment.
Jarren, what are you going to take from this whole season, the playoff experience, and what you've learned from the guys who won't be returning next year? And what are you going to take from them into next season?
They've taught me so much to become a leader. So I'm going to have to become a leader next year. From DJ, Tankis, all the other guys teach me, put me under their wing. I'm going to have to help this team come back next year strong. And I know what it takes to get here, so I'm going to bring that back to the table.
Coach, obviously an incredible weekend in baseball, not just today. You got to play them, then they got to go play Oregon State. What do you have to do as the Big West, and what does West Coast baseball have to do to not have to go through each other to get to Omaha?
That we could go down to JoJo's or something and hang out there for a couple hours and maybe break that one down. But I don't have the answer, to be honest with you. I mean, that's a whole nother parity discussion, and ranking teams from 1 to 64. I mean, that's another ball of wax that I think the West would like to see a little bit more separation. But at the same time, it is what it is.
It's going to take more weekends like that?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I don't know how they look at things. I mean, and that would make my response or a reply to be, just guessing to a certain degree. I don't know what their motives are. I don't know what the mainframe is. So with that, I don't know. I think this was a great weekend of baseball. I think we displayed a really good, regional and super regional. And if people can't get excited for that kind of stuff on TV, because that electricity should be blown right through those HD TVs, that, you know, that we're good, they're good, and I think everybody knows it, just nobody wants to play us. I think that's kind of how it works out.
Joe?
John, what was it like to be a part of that duel? Or, I mean, it's so difficult to come by, but you and Eastman seem to be, you know, going.
It was great to be part of. I mean, Eastman's a great pitcher, and if you go back and forth with him for 4 or 5 innings, it was unreal. I mean, it kind of sucks that they got the timely hit after the 2 hit-by pitches, but it was great to be part of all of it. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to be out there with any other group of guys in any other situation. That was great.
Shotgun?
Buck, do you feel like the next step for since you've come back for the program is getting through them or getting to Omaha?
I think we already got through that. I mean, we're 6-3. They happen to win a weekend series at the right time. You give them credit for it. But as far as beating them, as far as the rivalry and all that, I think we've done our job to get it back to being competitive. It was not that way, you know, back in 2009, 10, 11, 12. It is that way now. And, you know, a lot of tight games. Even the games we won could have won either way. Same thing with here. I mean, 3-0 for us, 2-1 today. Besides an outlier blowout. No, I mean, I think you just got to win. You just got to keep getting better. You got to win. You got to host. I mean, that's the big thing. If you're going to host, then that's the best path to get to Omaha. And if you can get into a National 8, that gives you another better path because they seem to be, at least, you would think that they would give you maybe a little bit easier 4 seed than San Diego State, maybe, but I'm not sure.